Callie King, 916. Happy Saturday. And how are you? Okay, I am doing well, extremely well, on this NFL 18 picks and predictions. I decided to do this a little bit early because I have a busy day tomorrow, as I'm sure many do. So for the late game this evening, which is already in play, Kansas City Chiefs and the Raiders. So I would love the Raiders to come out with the win. I'm going with the Chiefs, who are at the top, 14-3. So let me just make sure I put my selection here in the event someone challenges me and says, "You didn't put that in the chat," or "You didn't say that." Yes, I do want the Raiders to win, Kelly King, but I believe AC will come out with a win. But you never know. We shall see. So we have Raiders and the Chiefs. Again, score at present, 14-3. Later on tonight will be the 7-9 Tennessee Titans and the 8-8 Jaguars. That really could go either way, but I think I am going with the Titans. And those who may catch the replay, please make sure you put your selections in the comments, because I will be reviewing them to see how well we all, or at least those who participated, did. So, my selection, Titans. Hey there, Miss Queen, how are you? Happy Saturday. Did you get your cabbage and sausage done? I didn't even do my beans yet. I'll do those later. But welcome. So my selection will be the Titans. And that will be it for tonight. Tomorrow is when they will have the big games. And again, thank you so much, Queen, for all of your support. Oh, you bought it already? You're going to cook it later? So how do you do yours? Do you put it in the crock pot, or you just put it in a skillet? The last time I did have cabbage, I used vegan butter and I shredded it and just really seared it, to be honest. So it was a little bit crunchy and a little bit soft, but it came out really good, at least for me. So tomorrow, early games, Tampa Bay Bucks and the Atlanta Falcons, both of whom I do not care too much for, but to make a selection, I would have to say the Bucks. Oh no. Hi, Blackbird. You would come before it was done, but the Bucks. Don't worry, I'll get to you in a moment. How are you, Blackbird McKnight? And the next early game tomorrow, and I'm not sure how that's going to go, but it will be the New England Patriots, who are 8-8, And the Buffalo Bills 12-3. And I believe from what I've read, the injured player is doing a little bit better, so continued prayers for him. I believe his last name is Hamlin. Again, those are injuries I hate to see, and it really bothered me. So prayers to him and to any player that gets injured. But from the reports that I have read, he appears, and again, this is just from reports, I do not know for certain, that he is showing some signs. It's Hamill. Hold on for a minute, Queen. You'd be right. I know his first name begins with a D, last name H. Hold on for a second. Hamlin. Damar Hamlin. Yes, thank you, Black Bart. Damar, and you already put it in there, but it's Damar Hamlin. And according to Fox News about 2 hours ago, it says Damar Hamlin remains in critical condition, continues to make progress after cardiac arrest, which is extremely frightening to be 24 years old. Oh no. See, Blackbird? Yes, but thank you. No, I did not hear that, Blackbird. And honestly, at the end of the game, your starters and your backups, your entire team will be resting for the remainder of the season. So we forgot to add that little tidbit, but I took it upon myself to do that for you. You can thank me later. Next, we have, oh, I forgot, my selection will be the Bills. I had to throw that in there, Miss Queen. You know, Blackbird gets a little bit beside himself. Keith Jackson, how are you? Happy Saturday. So, again, my selection will be the Bills over the Patriots. Next up, this should be a no-brainer, Vikings and the Bears. Vikings 12-4, the Bears 3-13. You're welcome. Oh, Blackbird, don't fly away mad. I just joking. I'm so mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad, Blackbird. So again, my selection will be the Vikings. And next up, now I would love to see the Ravens, who are at 10-6, defeat the Cincinnati Bengals, who are sitting pretty at 11-4. That's going to be a tough game, but I'm going for the home team. And I already have a feeling in my gut I'm going to regret it, but that's what life's about. You never know. I'm going with the Ravens. And Keith Jackson also said the Vikings. Blackbird, I don't see any selections. I think Blackbird may have, oh, he's still here. He's landed. Oh, my bad, Blackbird. But do you have any thoughts? Thus far with the games I've listed, Bengals has to win this. I think they got this. According to Keith Jackson. And Blackbird says Chiefs and the Jags. All right. Good choices. We shall see. Next game, and this is also an early game tomorrow. The Texans and the Colts. Both of them stink, but I made a mistake in choosing the Colts before, but I'm going to do it again. Oh, thank you, Andrea. Welcome. Welcome to all of my members. Keith Jackson is a new member. So shout out to all of my members. We're in the house this beautiful, temperature friendly Saturday, January 7th, 7 days in, and I cannot believe the temperatures we have thus far. I'm not complaining. Trust me on that. So again, shout out to Miss Queen Sunkiss. And who else? Andrea Smith, and the newest member, Keith Jackson. Thank you all so much for supporting. Yes, Blackbird. The Chiefs are up 14-3. Andrea Smith also selected the Colts. And Blackbird is boasting that they destroyed the Colts. Yes, Blackbird, they did. And my selection as well, the Colts over the Texans. Make sure I record this properly, just in case I need to. So Colts, and Keith Jackson says, the East Coast weather is funny though. We'll probably have 20s next week. Keith, if that happens, there are going to be several sick people because I saw many in shorts today. I kid you not. It is almost 50. And approximately 3 weeks ago, we had sleet, freezing rain, and it is just absolutely crazy. So we shall see. Blackbird says, I'm sending Cowboy Nation some. You little wascally thing, you. I'm sending Cowboy Nation some Kleenex for the playoffs. They'll come in handy. Anyway, Blackbird, thank you. Thank you for thinking of us. And Keith says, same in Boston. Yeah, this weather is unbelievable. I can imagine what the West Coast may be going through. Next up for the early games tomorrow, the 7-9 New York Jets will meet the 8-8 Dolphins. Again, this is a toss-up. It could go either way. I am going to select Miami. That bit me in the butt the last time I selected them. So we shall see. Next early game tomorrow, the 6-10. What did Blackbird say? You like what you saw from us? No, I did not, to be honest. And Blackbird says the Jets as well. Oh, okay. We have one difference. And Keith is also one of the Dolphins, as I am. Blackbird says the Dolphins' quarterback is done for the year. Okay, as I said before, quarterback is at the helm, but it's a team effort. And let me put this in cap. Team, which means you work together as a cohesive massive unit. Understand? Everything has to work together. Okay? Okay. Shall we continue? I believe we can. And Keith Jackson says, Blackbird Jets don't have a defense. Okay, I'm going to make sure I recognize all of the comments. Next up, Carolina Panthers against the New Orleans Saints. Carolina's record right now is 6-10, and the Saints 7-9. The Saints came out with a surprising win last week. Will they do it again against Carolina? Nah, who knows? And to be honest, who really cares? Well, I know one particular person cares, but I don't. But let's just see who I will select. Again, that could be either team, because they both stink. But I'm going to go out on a limb and select the Panthers. Blackbird says, that's true, but certain players have an impact that can't be replaced. Are you speaking about Saquon Barkley by any chance, Blackbird? Because you've been riding him like a big wheel. Now, I know that you are young. Your birthday is coming up, but you should remember what a big wheel is. If not, Google it. And you may even see your face along with the picture, along with Saquon Barkley, because you've been riding him like a little kid on a big wheel. Next, Keith Jackson says, now you have talked junk. I want the Panthers so we can get a higher pick. 5 more days. Okay, Blackbird, I got you. Yes. And that's to be expected with Blackbird. So, again, I'm going with the Panthers. And again, I hope that selection doesn't come back to haunt me, but that's my choice. It's there. I won't delete it now. Next, for the early games. And again, it could go either way. We have the 7-9 Cleveland Browns and the 8-8 terrible towel waving Steelers. I'm going to go with the Browns. Blackbird says, I may have been, but players like Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Sean Taylor. Okay, I'm glad you remembered those. Yes, Keith, I'm doing it tonight because I have an early date tomorrow and I have to get a lot of things done. And I do not want to not do it at all. So I decided to do it today. And Mr. Blackbird has said, I certainly wasn't talking about that. I love when T.O. mocked Ray Lewis when he came to the Eagles. Did you see that? Oh, no worries. Either now or on the replay. But again, I am going with the Browns over the Steelers. And Blackbird said T.O. as well. So again, my selection, Cleveland Browns. For the late game, the 10-6 Los Angeles Chargers and the 4-12 Broncos. Shouldn't be too much of a competition here. Ray Lewis lit up T.O. when he ran across the middle of the field. I'm going with the Chargers. Make sure you get your selections in there. I can go back and check. All right. Blackbird agrees. He goes with the Chargers as well. Keith says that touchdown dance was infamous, and Ray Lewis said, I had to call T.O.'s mother to talk about that disrespect. That was hilarious. That's too funny. Sometimes I actually enjoy the little shenanigans on the field. That's a bright spot. And we have at 4:25, the New York Giants, who will visit the Dirty Birdies of Philadelphia. New York, 9-6-1, and the Dirty Birdies of Philly, 13-3. Now, Blackbird, thank you for your selection of the Steelers. Everyone knows your team is the New York Giants. And you're already saying the Eagles are trash, even though they're 13-3. Please tell me, virtually of course, how in the world do you truly believe the Giants and I'm not even going to say anything bad about them, will actually walk away with the win? Now make sure you stay within 3 sentences. I do not need a novel or dissertation. Just 3 little sentences. That's all. Can you do that for me? Thanks. He says, we kicked their butts with our defense last time. We got this. Keith Jackson also says, and he was in New York. Blackbird says, when the playoffs begin, they fold. And Blackbird, hold on. Let me wipe my fossil eyes to make sure I'm reading the screen correctly. Blackbird, and let me make sure that my cognitive faculties are all together. Since I'm fossilage, are you saying that you are selecting the Eagles over your Giants? I'm clutching my pearls. Oh my, say it isn't so. Andrea says New York just because Cowboys Nation. I agree with you, sister. And Blackbird is going with yet another excuse. We're playing our second string team. Keith Jackson says Jalen Hurts will be 100. Blackbird says them eyes are fossil. That's okay. They're still big and bright. Let's make sure yours will be when you reach 50 and 54, like me. Bye-bye. I will see or hear from you tomorrow. Take care, Keith. Peace and blessing, though. Thank you for everything. Much love and respect. Thank you. Thank you for your membership. Aunt T. Not sure who you are, but welcome. We're just going over picks and selections for week 18. And Blackbird is still giving a few excuses. We cannot move up in the playoff standings. Well, Blackbird, this is week 18. What happened to weeks 1 through 17? Again, just a couple of sentences, no novel, no dissertation, but you're saying that you cannot move up in the playoff standings. Again, what happened during the week 1 through 17? And I will be on my way to the most important game of them all. I believe he's about to write a book anyway. And as he is penning his novel, I'll go on to the next. Late game. The Arizona Cardinals and, oh Lord, the San Francisco 49ers. Arizona, who was that for? And 12. And the 12 and 4 49ers. I have a lot of 49er fans in here, and as much as it is hurting me to type this, I'm going to have to go with the 49ers as well. Ooh, I wish I didn't have to do this, but 49ers. Hold on for a moment, Blackbird. We're saving our starters for the playoffs. No need to risk injury. Okay, I'll take that for now. And I seen I went live earlier, but I was getting ready for work. No worries. And again, I selected the 49ers, even though I do not like them. But I cannot see them losing against the Cardinals unless something strange goes on. Can't wait for the Bucks to beat the Cowgirls in the first round. Okay, Blackbird, I'll let you have that. Next, the Los Angeles Rams, 5-11 against the Seattle Seahawks. We're at 8-8. Again, both of these teams have been wishy-washy, but if I had to make a selection, and I do, it is Seattle. I messed that up. Hold on. There we go. So my selection is Seattle over the Rams. And the next game, the most important game, the Dallas Cowboys, America's team, will be here in the nation's capital to meet the 7-8-1 Commanders. And might I remind a little birdie, Dallas is 12-4. Dallas, unless Dak does something extremely, I'm not even going to talk about it. I will not put that in existence. Dallas will win this game. I read some of the stories with the Commanders, and apparently Well, unfortunately, Blackbird, I am someone, and I care about Dallas. Okay? Okay. Again, Dallas will win this. And as I said earlier, I read a couple of articles where quite a few people are not too happy with Rivera at this time, nor Wentz. So we shall see what happens. Dak comes out there and throwing 5 picks. Now, he might throw 1. If he throws 2 and has, I'm going to say, 2 sacks in the first half, I'm going to be a little bit perturbed. 1 in 1 billion. You sound like the lottery. And Andrea Smith has also selected the Cowboys. I'm going to watch that though, because they will be here in DC. And I already know how the refs act. And the last game, wouldn't you know it? This is a true toss-up. The 8-8 Detroit Lions will meet Aaron Rodgers and the Cheeseheads of Green Bay, who also are at 8-8. Now, true football fans who saw the Lions come out the gate early with one little win, managed to come up with 8 wins. 8 wins. New Orleans, they didn't even do that. Say it isn't so. Arizona didn't do that. The LA Rams didn't do that. I'm getting ready to rub some faces right now. Cleveland Browns didn't do that. The Jets didn't do that. Indianapolis nor Houston did that. And the lowly Chicago Bears only put up 3. The Falcons didn't even do that. Nor did the Titans. And oh my, Kansas City Chiefs. They should probably put on a movie right now, because it's halftime and the score is 24-3. Good night, Mrs. Calabash, wherever you are. I can already say that game is over with. And what is Blackbird rambling about? It's going to be more Dallas fans than Commanders fans. Absolutely. That is all of the time. It has been for the past 5 to 6 years. And I'm being generous with that. It's probably been more. Aaron Rodgers. And you said I'm throwing subtle shade. I wasn't being subtle at all. I was being absolutely exact. Okay, the Giants did. We shall see what happens, though, with the Giants tomorrow. So those are my selections. Good luck to all of those that jumped in really quick, because again, I wasn't going to do this tonight, but I said I may as well get it out of the way, because I did not want to not be able to get it done or rush. So again, tonight we have the Titans and the Jaguars. I already selected the Titans and Tomorrow, there'll be some pretty good games. The most important ones to me, of course, will be the Giants and the Eagles, and then the Cowboys and the Commanders. And also Sunday night is going to be an excellent game. The Lions and the Packers, both at 8-8. But I'm going with the Lions. Even though Aaron Rodgers might pull something out of his hat, I'm going to stick with the Lions. And Blackbird is pulling up the rear. Seahawks, I put up that earlier, but it's okay, Blackbird. I understand. The Lions. Oh, at some point tomorrow, I'll be back on. Well, actually, after. Let me see. Definitely around 7-ish. Yes, because both of the afternoon games should be complete unless one of them goes into overtime. And as some of these games, as we have seen, that has happened. Oh, Andrea put a little lion face in. That's so cute. Thank you. Oh, Blackbird, you should, because trust and believe. I will have my eyeball on it. And I do not care if they're playing the second string, as you said, twice now. Could have been 3 times. At the end of the day, a win is a win. I don't care who is playing. At all. And I think you already know. And you're trying to condition and program your mind to not feel the brunt of embarrassment. Don't you fly anywhere. Don't you fly anywhere, Blackbird. I need you to stay perched on that. I need you to stay. I need you to stay perched on that one lonely branch. Don't fall off, Blackbird. Hang on tight. Grip those little bird feet on that branch and stay strong. Because I will be making sure your wings will be up and ready to land. We all want a safe landing. So with that, those are my final picks and predictions for this NFL Week 18. We have a game that is going on now. I can't even really say it's a game at this point. And another late tonight, but tomorrow we definitely have some good ones on tap. So everyone, enjoy the remainder of your Saturday evening or morning or afternoon, depending upon where you are on the globe. And closing it out, being pugnacious as usual, is Blackbird McKnight. The Jags and Titans are for their division. Blackbird, I could care less about any other teams right now, to be honest. That's not to say I don't care about those fans of those teams. My concern are the America's team, the Cowboys. Nothing else. Nothing else matters at this moment. So with that, everyone enjoy. Thank you for popping on. And we'll see how my picks were this time. Oh Lord, I see a bunch of smiling faces. Didn't the Jags beat y'all? Dak will the meltdown. Dak with the meltdown. Blackbird, you do know a lot is riding on this because I have a couple of bets in. So don't speak on that right now. Tomorrow is a different day. He didn't have a meltdown. I don't know what that was. That was just some mess. Again, you just make sure you and your team, and you may want to get some pads or pillows so your backside will be nice and comfy, because you do know, and let me make sure I can say this as gingerly as possible. This may be the final time the Giants will have boots to the ground, if you will. So if I were you, I would queue up my DVR or whatever device you have. You may want to take a couple of flicks with your phone for memories. But I think this is it for the Giants. Yes, and I'll say it for you. You did the unexpected. No one would ever believe or guess the Giants would have made it this far. This is the first time in I don't even know how many years. I'm trying to speak for you. But yes, you did the impossible. But all things come to an end. And one of those things will be the Giants and their time on the field. So, with that, let me see what he's saying. 2016, yes. Thank you for adding that little fun fact. I don't care about tomorrow's game. I'm worried about the playoffs. Well, the operative word in that entire sentence, I agree with you, worried. That you should be. Very, very worried. And this is only the beginning for the Giants, though. Absolutely. There's a beginning and there's an end. And that's a perfect segue to end this broadcast. Thank you all for listening, tuning in, and for those who participated. You do know if the Phillies lose and y'all won, you would win the division. Yes, Blackbird, I do. And thank you very much for reminding me. But thank you. Anything else before I close this out? Any more predictions? Any more shots you would like to take? You have exactly 10 seconds. But like I said, around 7-ish, I will be back on. Even though you say you don't care about what happens to the Giants, I know deep down inside you do. And it's quite all right. Right, Andrea. But everyone seriously enjoy the remainder of this Saturday. been a beautiful day. Hopefully you all were able to get out and get some sun if it was sunny in your jurisdiction. It's absolutely gorgeous here, and the temperature is lovely right now. So enjoy it, embrace each moment, embrace each day, find joy and laughter, because laughter is truly medicine. It releases endorphins, and we all need a little bit of that every now and again. So again, thank you all to the members. The newest member, Lee Jackson, 2 subscribers, and the mods who have continued to allow this platform to run smooth and with integrity. I appreciate you all so very much. And to those who pop in from time to time to support, I truly appreciate everyone. You know what, Blackboard? I actually did a little bit of research, and I was compiling some numbers, and it is absolutely, I'm not going to say scary, but something that people should start to look at more. King BJ and I spoke about this at length, and we were comparing some things, and again, that's for another broadcast, but again, you just have to be careful. Read and be cognizant of everything. Just because a person tells you something doesn't mean it's so. You have to be prudent and responsible to read and research for yourself. And again, in doing so, not just from one source, from several sources where you can cross-reference. Absolutely. 24 years old. Again, I cannot say that definitively. I am not a physician, doctor, nowhere near that field, but it was just odd. And again, I am so very glad I did not see that, because I probably would not be watching football again the remainder of the season. I cannot stand seeing anyone injured. It really bothers me. Well, they said that, and female issues as well. But again, those are things that need to be researched. Some things cannot be posted. We already know that. A lot of studies that have shown this or have been discussed has been labeled as misinformation, and you can't find those studies anymore. So a lot of times when people redact, if you will, or remove things, it's a reason behind that. Well, I would think that unless there was an underlying issue that he may not have known about, but that's questionable to me. And again, I am not a physician, but I just know before my brother was drafted to play baseball, he had to have a series of tests and what do you call those? Stress tests, MRIs, what else? Stress tests, MRIs, CT scans, everything. And he was 20, I want to say 20. Yep. Practice every day. That boy slept with a baseball bat. He was selected for the Pittsburgh Pirates. He hurt his shoulder and had to come back home, but still, that's excellent from someone in our small town. So I told him, never ever be ashamed. You made it where a lot of people didn't. So, but yeah, he was in good shape. Had to be. But this was years ago. Years ago. Also, it's happening all the time nowadays with soccer athletes. The soccer players just collapsing in the middle of the game. Again, look at some of the charts, read about everything, and stay cognizant. My cousin has had issues ever since. I just spoke to her not too long ago. And again, I cannot and will never tell anyone or suggest to anyone what they should and should not do with their bodies, nor choices they need to make for themselves and their families. I just know the power of the immune system. And also elements in which we breathe, drink, and eat. Just have to be aware. But again, that's a whole another broadcast. But there is a wealth of information, but you just have to know where to go and look for it. Most of the time, they're in areas where people don't go. That's probably where you'll find most truths. So with that, again, everyone, be safe, be well, and if you've been listening long enough, be healthier, and I will see and or hear from some of you at some point tomorrow virtually after the big Dallas win. Everyone, take care. Absolutely. Every sport. Like I said, it's easy to put a chart together and compare it. That's if anyone wants to take the time to do it. But anyway, bye-bye for now, and thank you all.